like Benson, I'm a who that. I'm a who that. Long as I'm living, I'm a who that. Lose or winning, I'm a who that. Sports Coma, yeah, this is where we do that. Where we do that, where we do that, where we do that, where we do that, where we do that. Boogie like Benson, I'm a who that. I'm a who that. Sports Coma, this is where we do that. Where we do that. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Somebody please better help. Running this thing like Elf. I thank God every day I'm not a felt. Go to YouTube Live with Big Q and the guys. If you ain't ride or die, the bandwagon get flipped. Been marching in, that was way for the ring. I was yelling out your shame for the championship. Fucking on town, duck down. Falcons, pluck, get shut down. Panthers ain't much touchdown. The vision really belong to us now. So much hate on the Saints, you could probably tell. Ever since Bounty Gate hit the NFL, when things seem fishy, and you probably smell the crooked referees or Roger Goodell. Buggy like this, and I'm a who that. Every day I'm living, I'm a who that. Lose or winning, I'm a who that. It's the Sports Coma, this is where we do that. Where we do that, where we do that, where we do that, where we do that, where we do that. Boogie like Benson, I'm a who that. It's the Sports Coma, this is where we do that.
You're listening to the Sports Coma with Big Q and the guys on the PRO Media Network.
Shout out to the mighty Who Dat Nation, man. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You're now rocking with the Sports Coma with Big Q and the guys, where we have intense, entertaining, educating, and enlightening sport talk from your favorite sports fam. What's poppin', fam? Shout out to you guys. Appreciate you being in the stream as I adjust my microphone. Shout out to you. Appreciate you guys for stopping by, man. Much love. Hope you guys are having a fantastic start of your week. As we hear a little surprise stream here to talk about the black and gold, man, on this episode of the Coma. So please feel free to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and by all means, feel free to share the show on your social media feed. This one here, man, just a little stream here, Saints 2024, and that's got double 24 there. But the reality is, it's just the Saints 25 projection. That's what it's supposed to say right there, fam. So yeah, let me fix that. But yeah, that's what it's supposed to be. Early 53-man roster projection. I do these from time to time, man, but why not? I was seeing one here, and then I was like, let me go ahead on it and kind of drop this one right here for the family members in here. And it's called the way early roster projections, man, but we'll try to see if we can kind of nail this thing, man, as we move forward. So anyway, y'all feel free to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and by all means, feel free to share the show on your social media feed. We'll see what we can do here. So anyway, this one, if you guys want to do your own roster projections, you can go to NFLDraftBuzz.com and look for the depth chart customs. I think it's the depth chart custom creator. The depth chart creator is what it's called. And what it does is then you can be able to see if you can hash out your own 53-man roster. So anyway, this is just I like this little piece, but it can be done better. They can do a better job of kind of keeping account of how many people you're putting out. So as you can see, man, this contains both our virus, everything, our offense and defense and special teams units are pretty much just offenses. They don't even account for the special teams here. I don't think. No, they don't. But anyway, we know we'll just add the three extra slots are for the kicker and punter, because they don't even show those on here, come to think about it. But anyway, let's keep this thing twisting and turning, man. We know we need 53 people to kind of hash this thing out. And of course, when you started off, man, let's start off with the quarterback's position, right? Derek Carr, obviously going to make a lot of people don't like Carr, but I actually think Carr's pretty decent, man. Of a person, quarterback-wise, I think they'll get him to perform better in this upcoming year. That's Clint Kubiak, Andrew Janoku, and others. I think they'll be making sure that he stays on schedule. That'll help the Saints offense as well. So I expect definitely a big improvement from the Saints offense this upcoming year. But looking at this depth chart, we'll start with our quarterbacks: Derek Carr, Jake Kaner, Spencer Rattler, and Nathan Peterman. Who makes it in my estimation? Of course, Derek Carr makes it. Of course, Spencer Rattler making it. And basically to come between Jake Hayner, and Nate Peterman. Now, Nate Peterman didn't look like all of that during the mini camp, and the OTAs didn't look like much of anything. That could change when the training camp starts. But as it stands right now, based on what I'm seeing, I'm going to have to put Nate Peterman over here and put him over here. Hold on. Let me see did I do it? Yeah, it looked like I did. Yeah. I'm going to put him over here. Did I move him right? He just kind of disappeared. All right. Just as long as he's not there. All right. So anyway, we then moved Nate Peterman off there. So you can see Michael Thomas right there. We'll delete that because Mike is no longer a member of the team. But you see, we kind of move Nate Peterman off the depth chart. So that's one guy we missing out on and got rid of. Who's next? And we go to the running backs room. Now, of course, Alvin Kamara having this contract dispute. I think that gets solved before week 1. Jamal Williams is going to be there. Kendre Miller is going to be there. You got veteran running backs Jordan Mims and James Robinson. Also, there's Jacob Kabodi, who's the undrafted guy that we picked up this year. So how many running backs I think the Saints keep? I think they keep 3 guys. Mims, Robinson, and Kabodi could end up being on the special teams, not on special teams, on the practice squad. So I'm just going to remove them and place them there. And like I said, there'll be 3 of those guys. We put them there. And of course, we move on. All right. So the fullback position, we keep one between Adam Prentice, who was here last year, and Xander Horvath, which is one of the first acquisitions the Saints had under the new regime. I think the Saints are trying to aim at versatility at the fullback position. We talked about this for the last several years, to be honest with you, needing a more diverse player. And Xander Horvath's a guy, you can give him the ball. He can act as a short yardage guy. He can catch the ball out the backfield. He has a little degree of athleticism to him. I think Adam Prentice is kind of old school fullback. So I'm going to just kind of put him on a practice squad. So there you go. Offense kind of taking its own little toll right here, right? Okay, so we move on. The tight end position, Juwan Johnson's dealing with injury, but all accounts he's supposed to be ready. We see Taysom Hill's there, Foster Monroe, and that's Jasper Horsted, Tommy Hudson, Michael Jacobson, and Dalen Holker. Although I think Taysom ultimately probably ends up, being in a running game. I think Taysom ends up in a running game some kind of way. So I'm going to move him down here to the running attack, and that'll kind of move him out of the fullback that have the tight end position. And then pretty much what that does is that kind of gives me 5 guys there, 2, 4, 6 actually. So who sticks around? I think Jasper Horsted is not. Tommy Hudson is headed to the practice squad. Michael Jacobson's headed to the practice squad. And then we have Juwan Johnson, Foster Monroe, and Dalen Holker. So I think that'll be the guys that'll end up there in my estimation as it stands. And there go Peterman, man. He kind of slipped and went over here, so we got to put him where he belongs. So, yeah, there you go. All right, now let's move to our wide receivers. Let's go wide receiver wise. Now, how many do the Saints keep wide receiver wise? Do they keep 5? Do they keep 6? Now, remember, you can have guys that can do multiple things. Taysom Hill, even though I have him operating out the running back room, could Taysom Hill possibly be a guy that they use as their wide receiver? Of course they can. But Chris Olave, Rashid Shaheed, Cedric Wilson, A.T. Perry are all makes for me. I think Bub Means also makes it as well. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Could be 6, but Mason Timpton, I don't think Mason Timpton makes it, even though I like Mason Timpton. I think he's headed toward the practice squad, so we're going to put him on the practice squad. Jermaine Jackson. Don't take it personal, Jermaine. We'll put you there. Stanley Morgan, who's supposed to be a special teams guy. I think I'm going to put him there. And then in the end, you'll see these 6 guys: Chris Olave, Rashid Shaheed, Cedric Wilson, A.T. Perry, Equanimous St. Brown, and Bub Means. I think Bub Means makes it, and we keep it pushing. All right, so we'll end up moving to the offensive line. Let's start with the left tackle position. We see Talise Fuaga is where he belongs. Ali Udo is backing him up, and Justin Heron. In the left guard position, Excel DeVary, Shane Lemieux. The centers, McCoy, Lucas Patrick, and Sincere Hainsworth, Ruiz, Mark Evans II, and Kyle Hergel. And then Ryan Ramczyk, Trevor Penning, Landon Young, and Josiah Israhim, which is the 7th round draft pick we had this year. Now, in my estimations, Ryan Ramczyk is not going to make the team because of injury. So we're going to put Ryan Ramczyk on that list. whether it's the injury list or whatever you want to call it. I don't think Ramczyk will be ready to go this year, so that takes him out of the mix. Also think with 5 starters, the Saints could keep 4 guys there. And usually I wouldn't be surprised if it's 3, but I'm going to say 4. To be honest with you, I think Ali Udo makes it. I think Lucas Patrickson, Shane Lemieux makes it, and Landon Turner. I don't think Justin Herron makes it. We're going to put him on the practice squad. Sincere Hainsworth's going to the practice squad. Hergel's going there. Noridin Noholi, I hope I'm saying this right, he's going. And then, of course, you see Josiah Isramheem. I think he goes to the practice squad as well. And then also Mark Evans II goes to the practice squad. So you Ali Udo, Shane Lemieux, Lucas Patrick, and Landon Young. So you got 2 veterans, 3 veterans there. Landon Young's the more sensible of those guys. And we know Lemieux and Patrick could play inside, or Ali Udo plays the tackle, and Landon Young can also play tackle or guard. So there's some versatility there. All right. So anyway, that's all. I think that's everybody offensively. So let's kind of do a brief recap of what I've done so far and kind of count how many people I got. Let me kind of keep a track of what I got going on here. So Chris Olave, Rashid Shaheed, Cedric Wilson, A.T. Perry, and Equamius St. Brown, along with Bud Means, are my wide receivers. So that's 6 wide receivers, right? We got 6 wide receivers. We got 4 tackles, right? Let's see, 4 tackles. We got 2 guards. All right, 2 guards. And we got a center. I guess you could, if you want to call him that, Lucas Patrick could play either guard for you too, and that'll be it. So yeah, there you go on that. So that's 2, 4, 6, 7, 2, 4, 6, 8, and 9 right there with my offensive linemen. So my offensive lineman has 9 people to go along with it. So yeah, let me make sure that is 2, 4, 6, 8, and 9. And then we go to the tight end room. Jawan Johnson, Foster Monroe, and Dale and Hawker. The tight ends, that's 3. And then you go to my QBs, it's 3 QBs there as well. So that's 3 QBs. And then you go running backs. I got 4 running backs with Elvin Kamara. And of course, I'm making Taysom Hill a running back. So that's Elvin, Taysom, Jamal, and Kendre Miller, and 1 fullback. So right now, man, as you can see, right now, so that's actually 26 people. Okay, I got 26 people offensively speaking thus far. Okay, now I'm not done. Now let me go ahead on and kind of go ahead on down here to the next group of people I got to get defensively to kind of do this thing. All right, so we know Cam Jordan. We're going to switch Cam and Chase Young. So Carl Granderson and Chase Young are going to start with Nate Shepard, Colin Saunders there. Jordan, of course, make it. Brian Bresee makes it. Christian Boyd makes it. But Passanio is already out because he's hurt. So we'll take him out of there. Peyton Turner is going to make it. Foskey's going to make it. Jack Heflin is not going to make it. So we'll sit Jeff Heflin out of there. Nathan Latu is not going to make it. Kyle Barr is not going to make it. So what that does is you give you 4 guys up front. Then you have your backups, Cam, who can kick inside with Peyton Turner, Brian Bresee, Isaiah Foskey. And that gives you 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 guys. And of course, you have interior. Now, Cam can kick inside. That's why you see Brian Bresee, Christian Boyd, and maybe Kip Vickers. I don't know. I'm going to keep Kip Vickers for right now. Let's just see who else I can chop down. All right, Nico Lalos is going to be out of there. And I did like how Trajan Jeffcoat's been playing, but I'm going to have to slide him out of there. So there you go on that. We go to our linebackers, Willie Gay, Demario Davis, and Pete Werner. Those guys, Nephi Sewell, Jalen Ford, our draft pick, Anthony Orji, Monty Rice, DeMarco Jackson, and Isaiah Stallbird. So Stallbird will be the first guy I take out of there. To be honest with you, if Nephi Sewell is healthy, I'm keeping Nephi and Jalen. And it's going to be tough, man, because I keep 6 of these. But Anthony Orji, we'll see. DeMarco Jackson is interesting. But I'm going to kind of move Orji out. Kaliki Hudson's a guy a lot of people thought could step up and do some stuff. Monty Rice is a good linebacker. It all depends, man, on Nephi Sewell's injury. So if Nephi is good, I keep Nephi. If Jalen Ford is all right. But the thing is Nephi Sewell, how is he doing? That's the whole thing with Nephi Sewell. I know he's still on the mend, but if he can't go, that's the whole thing about Nephi Sewell that I'm kind of trying to figure out, because he had that ACL injury that's back in January, and I don't know if he'll be ready to go. So I don't know. We have to wait on that. I don't know, but they said supposed to be likely he'd be good for training camp. So if Nephi, I'm gonna go with the mindset that Nephi Sewell is good to go. If he's not, I would definitely take him out of there. But I say we keep 6 linebackers. So I got Nephi and Jalen Ford, and I like Kaliki Hudson or what he can bring, but DeMarco Jackson, man, that's a tough one. So I'm gonna go with Kaliki Hudson, I think, and I'm gonna kind of slide DeMarco Jackson to the practice squad along with Monty Rice, the veteran linebacker, because I like Sewell, Jalen Ford, and Kaliki Hudson. I think I like those guys. I think DeMarco Jackson, man, I don't know about him. Y'all might disagree on that, but I think I'll go with that. And then I'll go to the secondary. Jordan Howden, Tyrann Mathieu is good. Will Harris, Hugo Amadi, Paulson Adebo, and Lattimore, Kool-Aid McKinstry, Alontae Taylor, Jonathan Abrams, and JT Gray is good. Rajon Wright, we know we're going to slide him off there. Lawrence Johnson, we're going to slide him off on there. Shamar John Charles, I think, stays. So let me see. We got 4, 8, 10, 11 guys. I don't know about that, because we got Will Harris can play the position. We got Marshawn Alontae and Kool-Aid McKinstry. That's 4. Jamal Charles, I think Rico can hit the practice squad. JT Gray, and then Bradford hits the practice squad too. So there we go with those guys. So let me go ahead on and get a count how many people I got defensively speaking right here. And then don't forget, they're not showing you the special teams, but you have our kicker and our punter as those 2 guys. So give me just a second. Let me count what's going on. See here. So we got 27 defensive players right now. So that's 27. I got 26 offensive and 27 defensive. That's 53. If my count's correct. So that's 53 people. That's too many people, obviously. So I don't have my kicker or the punter on here, and we got to account for 2. So I got to get rid of 2 more people so my punter and kicker can kick. And remember, this chart doesn't show you the kicker or punter. You just got to remember to make sure you keep the spots. So according to what I got 53, and that's actually 2 would be 55. So I have to get rid of 2 people so I can be able to fit my kicker and punter onto the team. So I'm going back over it, and Shamar Jean Charles. I don't know if I want to cut down my secondary, but perhaps with my linebackers, I use the modified nickel anyway. So we don't use as many of those linebacker spots as we want. So I'm going to put Kaliki Hudson out. So that'll free me up 1 spot. So, because we run a modified nickel, so that's 2. So you have a couple of back. You'll have Pete Werner there, as well as Nephi Sewell and Jalen Ford. So then if I go to my secondary, Jamar Jean Charles could be the other guy that I chop down because if you look at the Saints secondary, they're deep. Paulson Adebo, Lattimore, Kool-Aid McKinstry, and Alontae Taylor is a solid a solid group of cornerbacks, and Will Harris could play either safety or cornerback for you. Then I have behind Howden and Matthew, Hugo Amadi, Jonathan Abram, and JT Gray. So I have a flex player in Will Harris. So I can slide Jean Charles off into the practice squad. So that'll get me up under where I need to be, which is 53 plus my kicker and punter, which would make 50, go from 50, y'all know what I mean. I was supposed to lose 2. So I just lost the 2. So that moved me from 55 to 53 where I belong. So All right. So anyway, there it is, man. So that's what I perceive it to be. Let me go over it again so you guys can see it again. And this is my projected uh way too early Saints depth chart of the starting 53 or the 53 man roster going into the season. Derek Carr, Jake Hayner, and Spencer Rattler are the quarterbacks. The running backs are Alvin Kamara, Jamal Williams, Kendra Miller, and I got Taysom Hill mixed in there. The fullback will be Xander Horvath. The tight ends are Jawan Johnson, Foster Monroe, and Dalen Holker. And then we go wide receivers: Chris Olave, Rashid Shaheed, Cedric Wilson, A.T. Perry, Bub Means, and Equimius St. Brown. I keep 6 of those guys just in case. Then we go to the offensive line. Fuaga, Seldaveri, McCoy, Ruiz, and Penning are my 5 starters. And my backups are Ali Udo, Shane Lemieux, Lucas Patrick, and Landon Young. And then we go defensively, which will be Chase Young, Nate Shepard, Colin Saunders, Carl Granderson, Cam Jordan, Brian Bursey, Christian Boyd, Peyton Turner, Isaiah Foskey, and Kendall Vickers. Now, I kept Kendall Vickers just in case. Big interior defensive tackle, was getting a lot of reps in the OTAs. And I just kept him because, if injuries start hitting us up the middle, we don't have Tanu Passanyo, who could have been that other guy that we use. We can kick Cam inside too, but having a big defensive tackle like Kendall Vickers there does help. Then you go to the linebackers. Willie Gay, Demario Davis, and Pete Werner are the top 3. And I wanted to keep 6, but it don't make sense to keep 6, being that the Saints are always operating out of the modified nickel, which means we don't need to keep 6. We can spare up that position. So Nephi Sewell, if healthy, goes there. Jalen Ford also is there over Kaliki Hudson, over DeMarco Jackson. So that's my call on that. And then we get to the secondary. Jordan Howden, Tyrann Mathieu, Paulson Adebo, Lattimore, and Alante Taylor with Kool-Aid McKinstry, Will Harris, and then the safeties, Hugo Amadi, Jonathan Abram, and JT Gray, our special teams ace. And Will Harris is the guy that can flex there. And what I mean is he can play the safety or corner for you if you have injuries or if you need players to a guy to move around in that position. That's Will Harris for you. So he has some versatility there. So, and then of course the kicker and the punter, who this list doesn't account for, would make 53-man roster. So this wasn't as difficult as I thought it was going to be to make this list. If you guys want to be able to make your own list, I told you where you can go to NFLDraftBuzz.com, and it's the depth chart creator, which was pretty helpful in formulating this. So it wasn't as difficult as I thought it would be to kind of pick the right guys. But of course, things could change. Now, Ryan Ramczyk, I put him on the bench, or they didn't have an injury list where I could put people on. But Ryan Ramczyk is a guy that's a question mark. That's why I have the first round draft pick tackles that are there. I don't think Ram plays. Nephi Sewell should be good to go for training camp, according to reports. That's how I have him making a team, because he was balling before he got hurt and got that ACL issue. And depending on injuries that could occur here, we'll see exactly how all this will pan out. But that's my 53-man depth chart, man. So I told y'all where y'all can go to get y'all on. So y'all let me know how y'all feel about it. Do y'all agree with me on my 53-man, my way too early 53-man roster projection? Do y'all agree? And how many wins does this team get? I mean, you have, that's Alvin Kamara. His contract is good. He's done. We got Taysom Hill. We got all these other fantastic people. We got Jamal Williams, Kendra. We got all of this. We got the offensive line, very young, because the Saints, it's a line where all of the Saints draft picks, 2 first-round draft pick, actually 3 first-round draft pick offensive linemen, Fuaga, Penning, and Cesar Ruiz. And then you got a second rounder in Eric McCoy, and then a 4th rounder in Nick Seldaveri. So the Saints swinging for the fences, doing this. Rookie offensive lineman, not rookie offensive lineman, but it's all Saints drafted players. No free agents, none of that. It's all selected Saints offensive lineman talent. And I'm looking forward to see how that works. We don't know what Nick Seldaveri is going to do. He's been looking pretty decent so far, but we'll see how it all works moving forward. Y'all let me know in the chat how y'all feel about my roster projection, man, as we keep it going. All right, so that'll be enough, fam. When I get ready to see y'all guys again, it'll be tomorrow on our Tuesday Patreon stream. We'll go over the latest news, notes, and developments from the Black and Gold, and we'll keep it pushing, man. So y'all hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and by all means, feel free to share the show on your social media feed. We up in this thing. Much love to the fam, and I'm gonna holler at y'all on the next one. Who that, baby?
Yeah. Boogie like Benson, I'm a who that. I'm a who that. Long as I'm living, I'm a who that. Lose or winning, I'm a who that. Sports Coma, yeah, this is where we do that. Where we do that, where we do that, where we do that, where we do that, where we do that. Boogie like Benson, I'm a who that. I'm a who that. Sports Coma, this is where we do that. Where we do that. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Somebody please better help. Running this thing like elf. I thank God every day I'm not a felt. Go to YouTube Live with Big Q and the guys. If you ain't ride or die, the bandwagon get flipped. Been marching in, that was way for the ring. I was yelling out your shame for the championship. Bucking on town, duck down. Falcons, pluck, get shut down. Panthers ain't much touchdown. The vision really belong to us now. So much hate on the Saints, you could probably tell. Ever since Bounty Gate hit the NFL, when things seem fishy and you probably smell the crooked referees or Roger Goodell. Yeah, money like this and I'm a who that. Every day I'm living, I'm a who that. Lose or winning, I'm a who that. It's the Sports Coma, this is where we do that. Where we do that, where we do that, where we do that, where we do that, where we do that. Boogie like this and I'm a who that. It's the Sports Coma, this is where we do that.
You're listening to the Sports Coma with Big Q and the guys on the PRO Media Network.
WhoThatDaily.com. That's right, the WhoThatDaily.com. Your one-stop shop for everything New Orleans Saints, New Orleans Pelicans, LSU Tigers, even the top flight boxing news. So if you're a Who That and you're looking for a place to stay up on your team, WhoThatDaily.com is your site. The WhoThatDaily.com for the sport Who That in all of us. That's right, the Pro Shop is the platform store where you can go and buy all the latest merch to support the platform. Available at the Pro Shops, we have dozens of hundreds of products available for you and your family. Unisex tees for men and women, hoodies and sweatshirts, tank tops, kids and baby items, long sleeve tees, mugs, pillows, wall art, bath bedding, face masks, phone cases, stickers, bags, fanny packs, socks, hats, and many other items. Please feel free to check out the Pro Shops. The link is in the description section below. And remember, it helps the platform continue to grow. Check out the Pro Shop.